Hi, everybody. It's Tim Norton again. I wanted to talk today, do like kind of a rundown of, oh, I got pancreatitis. What am I supposed to do? Right. And some of the things that are going to happen. One is you got to get a gastroenterologist because he's the only one that's going to understand what you're saying, what the problem is. And he can make the right referrals. But one of the things we can start off with is pancreatic enzymes. Pancreatic enzymes. What is that? Well, they actually aren't even made in this country. They're made in Italy. You take a pig's pancreas, kill the pig, take the pancreas out, and take the digestive enzymes out of the pig's pancreas and put them in a pill. Okay. Do they work? When I first got it, I had lost 95 something pounds. And I thought, well, maybe they'll help me put the weight back on. Maybe they'll help digest it. And it didn't help. They help the pain. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to prove. Um, but if you don't have insurance and they write you a prescription, one's called ZenPep. I can't remember the name of the other one, but they're both really expensive. They're like $800 to $1,000, depending on where you get them. And do they help? You can get the ingredients that are in like ZenPep label. You can go to Walgreens or CVS or Walmart and match up a lot of the same stuff. They have lipase, protease, um, different things, but they're all available over the counter. You don't have to pay $1,000. You can go in and spend $30 at Walgreens and get basically the same thing. Um, uh, the other part is the pain issue. We talked a little bit about narcotic pain medication. It helps in the beginning, but it's not a good long-term strategy. One of the other things I'll try and tell you to do is do a celiac block. This is a big deal for them. They like it. They get $1,500 to give you a shot, but does it work? I've seen hundreds of responses of people who did it, and a lot of them are exactly like mine. First time I did it, I think it helped. I think it helped for like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks, right? And I went back and got it, had done again. You have to do it every month. Went back and had it done again. And I had an episode of pancreatitis because of the shot. So I never went back and did that again. And I heard a lot of stories like that, like helped a little. And the second time I did it, didn't help at all. Third time made it worse, whatever. So that's a decision you have to make for yourself. Gallbladder, here's another one. You get admitted to the hospital with pancreatitis. They give you Dilaudid. You're in there for a couple of days. One of the doctors is going to come in and say, you took an MRI. There's a little bit of sludge in your gallbladder. It might be causing your problem. Take your gallbladder out and you say, oh, is that going to help me? It helps some people. Some people get help from it. Yeah, sure. And they take your gallbladder out. Wow. Rewind back to like the 1970s. 60 Minutes did a special on chain hospitals that have quotas for taking out gallbladders and for doing hysterectomies. They have to meet a certain quota. It's nothing for them to take out a gallbladder. It's easy. They do it with little laparoscopically with like little tiny tools. Cut your gallbladder, put it in a little tiny bag while it's still in you, pull it out, done. Walk out of the hospital right after it's done. And they get 35 grand for doing that. So everybody who's had pancreatitis for a number of years, months, whatever, probably doesn't have a gallbladder anymore. They took mine out. I'm still salty about it because there was nothing wrong with my gallbladder, but whatever. They're going to do that. So you make that decision. Do you want to take it out? And they show you where the problem is that this needs to come out. Because if you don't need to take it out, why would you do a surgery that you don't really even need? It's just they have one trick that they do: pain medication, take out your gallbladder. That's it. Then when you get to the next level of surgeons, comes a whole nother series of problems. We can do the Whipple procedure. We can do the Pasteau procedure. We can do the pancreatic uh, removal, and they call it a transplant, but it's not really a transplant. They take out your pancreas, they send your pancreas to the lab, they squeeze the islets out of your pancreas that make insulin. They put those islets back in your body, into your liver, and a lot of them retake. They attach to your liver and they keep making insulin. And it sounds great. A lot of problems with that surgery. I can tell you, I can show you 100 examples. People who had leakages later had to go back and have the surgery done again. Another surgery, have another surgery. Sick, have pancreatitis, have another surgery. Whatever. They don't have pancreatitis because they don't have pancreas anymore. but they have problems with blood sugar and digestive enzymes for the rest of their life. They're going to do it. So there's only a handful of things that are available to you. The Whipple procedure is kind of gruesome. Um, I had an opportunity to do it with a doctor called Dr. Imagawa. This guy was a leading surgeon in liver and pancreas issues. He worked at University of California, Irvine. Went to see him. He told me he was going to do that procedure. I showed another professional what he had told me at UCLA. He said, this guy's lying to you. He can't do what he says he can do. He's never done it before. We don't know if it'll work. So he was kind of one of the pioneers of this thing when I first started. And I decided that they were going to do it at UCLA. I had an appointment. I had a date. I had everything set up. But they were going to take out it was going to be like a 16-hour surgery. They were going to take my pancreas out, remove it, put it on a helicopter with 3 nurses, fly it to San Francisco to a lab where they could extract the islets, put them back on the helicopter, fly back to UCLA, like 1,000 miles away, right? And then put those islets back into my body. I said, that just sounds crazy. Sorry, but I'm not going to do it. I have got to give myself every single opportunity in the world that I've done everything the right way and I'm still having these problems. Then I'll resort to those gruesome surgeries. But before that, I'm not going to do it. And this is what the book's about. And I want people to buy this, to look at it and read it and see the different things that are accumulating, make this problem happen, and how you break that chain. And it never really cured me. I'm not really, I wouldn't say cured, but I have issues. They're rare. They don't happen that often. They're spread apart. And they're not as severe. So that's where I'm at. Live with it. I have a certain diet. I exercise. I try and do everything right. Still, it's a lifelong thing. I don't want to die of pancreatic cancer. It's gruesome. It's a horrible death. I've watched it. I've seen it. And so we do everything we can to try to make our lives livable so we're not suffering. This is, I think, an opportunity for you to at least see a different perspective. And like I said, I was a horrible case with pancreatitis. I mean, I was down to 120 something pounds. I was nothing. I'm 6'1". So I'll put a thing at the end of this, a link to the book. It's on Kindle. Check it out. I think it's important. I think it can help people. That's the only reason why I did it. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.